Welcome once again to another edition of the Patriotism Conversations, where this is the platform where we have the most enlightening conversations about our nation, about our generation. This is the Patriotic Conversations. And every other Monday, we have our indomitable Commissioner, Council HELLEN, SEKU, Commissioner Patriotism Clubs, National Patriotism Corps. It happens every Monday, live at State House National Patriotism Corps Secretariat in Muyenga. Today we have a special guest, as earlier on advertised, as seen everywhere. I think everywhere everyone wants to hear this word. Is it Sarah is tall or something else? But I want to assure you we have the Honorable Lucy Abraham Anderson. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, and dear viewers, it's a pleasure me being here with this magnificent team, and the theme or the heading that this is the patriotic heart of this country and the future generation, and this is what builds the entire country and the generation. I'm pleased and honored to be part of this debate.
Thank you. Madam Commissioner, today, as usual, I want to say everyone understands the literacy, financial literacy differently. I've had discussions, I think, I think everywhere, wherever, in our fundas, our corners, somebody says, these days, I think on social media, there's this thing called, do you first buy a house? Do you first buy a car? Everyone is talking about that. I don't know what you first bought, Madam Commissioner. Do you first buy a car? A house? And it's raining, by the way. Somebody is saying, okay, since it's raining and you decided to buy your plot, kale, vuga plot yogene mu town. Kale yamale motoka yo. So that has been there, but also this popular discussion, bonds versus, I think, real estate. So, Madam Commissioner, you've been leading you've been leading synergies to shape the next generation with our young people throughout the country, most especially those in school, those outside the school. Yesterday, I think you hosted the president in Kololo. You were talking to mechanics, owners of garages, where a majority of our young semi-skilled people are being, employed. This is where a majority of them, I think we have about 40% of our population in Kampala working in garages, not only directly but also associated, what feeds into the sector, the garage sector, those in trade of spare parts, those collecting old and used spare parts, those selling old cars that are turned into spare parts. So it's a bit encouraging to see all of them come together and talking to them about money is what they need. I saw the president giving them some money in their circles, but also above that is their
financial oriented expert, Honorable Luze, with us, who's a youth and who's an example we can adopt to make wealth. I'll begin with what you have asked. Yes, one time, some time back, that I was given a directive by HE, the president. Me being a commissioner for the youth and also being a private secretary to the president on youth affairs, I was tasked to go and look for young people who are in garages. I went there, we interacted, I encouraged them that the only way we can come out of poverty is by practicing financial literacy. What was I meaning? By opening up circles and they begin the saving. And I told them that I will keep checking on them. When I come in future and they've done something, I shall go back and inform the president, who's our father, who's our judge, with the Bazukulu, planned Bazukulu. So that is what I did, and it is what resulted to that meeting in Kololo yesterday. They have been saving, they have their circles in their different garages. And also some months back, the president put in each circle 100 millions. When I went back to monitor and evaluate, I found that they are good people. They've done some amazing work. They save and acquire loans from what they've saved, buy spare parts, they begin side businesses besides the mechanicship work they're doing. That was very impressive. When I made a report to the president, he chose to have a meeting with them and add them some money.
Oh,
That's how we came
good.
up that is going to give them up to 1 billion shillings.
That's impressive.
Excuse me.
So, Madam Commissioner, with that, I don't know, have you also taken on the job of actually empowering them with financial literacy, since most of them could be semi-educated? And by the way, maybe you need to enlighten us, is financial literacy an issue of the educated?
Okay. When you make money, what is the priority? As you asked jokingly, that do you buy a house or a car?
Yeah.
To me, a house may be a priority than a car. Because if I'm a youth who's beginning life, I'll make sure I get a house near my workplace, which ranges when I'm earning 500,000. So we teach them that not every money, every coin you make, you must eat it. You have to save something for your tomorrow. And financial literacy is not the week. How much is that? By the end of the month and the end of the year, they end up having saved too much, which helps them to...
In the future, my next question would be, I think in future, I would love to ask more about wealth vis-a-vis the rich. I can see you talking about wealth creation, who's rich and then who's wealthy. But before that, Honorable Abraham Luzi,
Yes.
some struggles, but we haven't seen them. We see the fresh Luzi, the free-talking, spirited Luzi. We don't know. What's one financial mistake you've made early in your journey that really shaped the person you've become, the man you've become, Sarah's husband?
Thank you very much. I am still astonished and wondering how you chose this discussion, especially the heading. To be honest, this kind of discussion and more visitations to be made, they shouldn't only be only for the youth. The entire country and the Ministry of Finance requires and planning requires this kind of orientation. There are several questions you're going to pose to whoever is planning for this country, and you'll find that they need to be our students here, and we will challenge them when they come here.
Sure.
Before I go even to your question, to be honest, financial literacy is all about income and expenditure. And this is what makes our country, this is what entirely is within our budget,
Sure.
the national budget. But when you look at it, it is completely off the track. I'm telling you the truth. To be honest, when you look at the budget, how government makes money, it is completely a shame. We make less money, and yet we do more borrowing, and we do a lot of spending.
Do we have capacity to make more money?
Definitely yes, and we have those avenues, and they are obvious. I am telling it is a shame. We are going to bring here, Madam Commissioner, I beg, with your permission, I want to entice the Ministry of Finance and the Planning Authority to be orientated here. We will ask them, tell us how government makes money to the extent of making that budget, and why are we having more debt servicing and even actioned and commissioned non-wage expenditure and procurements that don't make sense at all to be able to save and even make more money by government. All avenues how government makes money are closed, and how money is going out is so much.
What are these avenues? Because
Perfect.
somebody would wish to know.
Perfect. One, we have unrealistic and exorbitant tax exemptions. They don't make sense at all. Big companies from abroad come here, they are given free land, they are given tax holidays, and with an anticipation that they are going to give jobs to our communities. Unfortunately, there is no minimum wage. Therefore, they only pay any small and desired fees with lots of exploitative conditions.
But I think most countries have developed because they have attracted a lot of investment in their nation, and I think that's one way government is trying
No.
to
Unfortunately, no. Why? First of all, when we go to countries like any country, we've never been given tax exemptions. I've been an investor in Dubai, in Canada, in the US, in China. I have never seen something like this. To be honest,
They're already developed.
No, that's not the idea. The idea is, if at all we are taking ourselves as Uganda as an underdog, that to come and invest here, you're helping me. No, Chiambagwe, to come and invest here. We have so much, a lot of resources, opportunities, human resource. To be honest, it is worth it for them to come and invest here. They are not helping us. In just 5 years, yes, in just 5 years of development plan, we lost over 15 trillion. And this money is enough to be used in other avenues. So I'm showing you how government can make money. okay, like income. 2, we are having a lot of what we call informal sector. And informal sector, these are non-tax-paying entities. And these are the majority, 99% almost of Ugandans. They don't register their businesses. You find that every small business in Uganda, but not least, of course, among them, and use it for so many other things. So there are so many other saving avenues, and that's how government can at least save its own money and be able to use it in development. In literacy, the financial literacy we are talking about, how do you use the little resources? At least by saving the expenses and unnecessary expenses, and this money can be useful to you for investment, and they produce more expenses, and this money can be useful to you for investment, and they produce more profit. Equally, I'm saying on the level of government, to be honest, everybody should be independent. Me, I go against giving free money or in terms of PDM and things like that. If people have not toiled for their investment and this kind of income, they will definitely waste it and misuse it. So what are we talking about? We are saying the taxes are so high that they make everybody to evade or avoid tax. Are you aware that 99% of Ugandans evade and avoid tax? Are you aware? Every Ugandan in this country evades and avoids tax, which means government loses a lot of money, and not in any one time has URA ever met its target, simply because we are living in a life of anonymity.
Declared that had exceeded the targets actually by I think 1 something trillion or something.
No, unfortunately, no, I don't think it is true. Like for example, I have a few of my my research here from at least from the Auditor General's report. When you look at for the year 2020-2021, the target for URA was 21.6 trillion. It only attained 19 trillion. For the year 2021-2022, it only attained 21 instead of 22.3. For the year 2022-2023, for these financial years, okay, we can subsequently, but it's not almost within 70 to 72. But when you look at,
meaning even if we had gotten the 26,
it was not enough.
It was actually a surplus budget.
So we are showing you that there are other avenues of increasing, even surpassing. We can even collect more than 150 trillion. Can you imagine? But a lot of money is not collected simply because every Ugandan is evading and avoiding tax, and willingly we can put avenues. For example, it is a shame and a wonder to this country that a car, cost insurance and freight, can come from Japan to Uganda at a cost of 5 million. Can you imagine? But tax that is at least levied on that car is over 25 million. It is a shame. How can even the manufacturer be making only maybe 3 million on a car, a used car, and here we are making 25 million? It doesn't make sense. So you make everybody evade that kind of tax, and they are trying always.
I think that one, you see, also there are other reasons why they do that.
They are not realistic.
For example, maybe they could not be realistic, I don't know, but you see also they are trying to encourage you to, you see, a new car doesn't pay 100%.
Okay, I was bringing, yes, you know,
they are looking at environmental concerns.
No, when Commissioner was trying to bring up this kind of topic, and you guys, I believe we are finding what could be the reason. Why are we poor? Why is our population poor? Why have our fathers fought so hard to have an opportunity for every Ugandan to at least live in this country, but they are not making it? Are you aware that 99% of Ugandans fought so hard to have an opportunity for every Ugandan to at least live in this country, but they are not making it? Are you aware that 99% of Ugandan businesses don't make profit? Are you aware?
Sure.
And they only survive by evading tax and evading these bills. I'm telling you the truth. People run away and even use kawaya. Do you know kawaya? Sigmoid curve. Every household, 90%, they evade normal calibration of umeme, of this power, even the water bills. I'm telling you, and this is the only way how people make profit. It's a shame that people make money in this country.
So they make profits in crime.
And illegal crime now, because it's the order of the day. Equally, are you aware that people these days, the calibrations of these weights, they are not as mandated? A kilogram of meat is not as what you think.
Techa awera.
Reason being, the only way a butcher.
Supporting these
No, all of them, my brother, all butcher people.
There's been a discussion
the only
that
way.
Yes,
because the only way a butchery can you make a profit is by reduction the illegally of that thing. Because when you bring a cow and slaughter it, if you have bought it 1 million, if you have to do it illegally and genuinely, you can only get 900. They operate in losses because the taxes, the whatever. Then lastly, the quality of service and work. Do you know why we have so many fake shoes? Because you can't, or people can't afford real and genuine shoes. So the literacy, my dear colleagues, you are talking about, it is entirely should cut across whoever is planning for this country. And we are saying, instead of blaming, this is why we are bringing up these ideas. We've been immunized, we've been educated enough, there is peace. Instead of blaming, we've traveled, we've seen it working elsewhere. We are saying, let's bring these ideas instead of criticizing. That's why we are saying, I will task this commission to bring the ministers and even in the planning authority, we orientate them about this literacy. I'm telling you, how people survive in Uganda is a mess. We are going to empower these youth, but to be honest, in 1 year they will all be vanishing and they will be avoiding to see you again. Simply because all their businesses, whatever they are doing, they will be collapsed. So many businesses in Uganda collapse every day. Even big companies are running away. Simply because whoever is putting up these structures for this literacy doesn't make sense. The taxes are so high that they make everybody to avoid. So the solutions we are bringing as alternatives, we are saying, let any importation not exceed more than 40% of the invoice value. Let someone brings a car, bring a car, it is worth 10 million. On top, let everybody know it is 4 million. People will pay willingly and they will be happy. Do you know that there are so many other dependent income generating in the event you bring these cars, for example, at that cost? Fuel will be moving well. And mind you, a car is not a luxury, it's a necessity. People need cars to mobile and move around. Even yes, I'm telling you. So me, I don't believe in having a house. I believe to have a Mercedes and enjoy, see beautiful women and live with my esteem, other than staying with my house. Who will know that I am a serious person? Will I carry my house on my head? But a Mercedes, when I come with my Range Rover, like I've come, you say, yeah.
So these guys who
serious guy.
So you would rather these guys who build their small one-room house there and then they trek every day to work. They don't make sense.
Yeah, but also when we look at a bigger scale, we should not allow such small one-rooms houses. This country should be abolished and adopt a minimum livelihoods of building houses.
So national housing policy. National housing should actually there should be a policy on national housing, physical planning.
Yes,
but also national housing should have a mandate to build these houses in town settlements. Instead of someone just putting up his own, they should just come and pay.
The plan should be clear, and also when we come, for example, if
the mortgage business should be made more realistic and affordable to everybody.
Yeah, and the standard, we should have a minimum standard. In fact, we are saying we are bringing an amendment.
Yes.
When we come to Parliament in the event Kampala Central have elected me, I am saying I'm going to bring amendments.
They should behave.
The land and responsibility and planning about the land should be taken over by government. Why? We don't care whether you own land or no, but once government has an approved plan from such and such an area, if at all we are to have development for the future generation of this country, we are saying we should preside over, and any compensation and that nonsense will come later. Let government, it helps them. Can you imagine, we who have traveled, we are tired of seeing these ramshackle houses and each one is looking at the other, others are one-legged, others are one window. Yeah, nonsense. We should say enough is enough and take responsibility for our country. This is what I said. This literacy we are talking about today, it is orientating on the basis of patriotism. When you want your country, you want beautiful things around you. And you're doing it for your country. Not for myself, but for my country. Chiyambagwe to have good houses. We who have seen good houses, we who have seen investment, we who have seen people working from small scale industries but registered and paying tax, even if small. Let every Ugandan pay tax. Let them feel that indeed paying tax is a national obligation and it shows you're patriotic. There's no way your government can stand without paying taxes. However, They are also saying we should see where our tax is going. There are people who are cheating and embezzling our funds. We've had several occasions.
We can wait because we want also to discuss them in the future.
You can
Actually, much later. It's very true. You cannot talk about that without necessarily looking at the expenditure of it all. I think that's creation, wealth creation, taxation, which is income, then expenditure must be known. The nation must declare. I think that's why we have a budget, like you were rightly stating. But maybe, Commissioner, if someone is watching this live and earns a small or quite considerable inconsistent income, what's the very first money habit that you would advise them to start with that's a bit patriotic?
It depends on what one is earning or what they get from whatever they are doing. If I was the one, assuming I'm earning 500,000 a month, my saving would be about 200,000, and I spend the 300, save 200,000. Kisinziira nti kyeva nkugambye.
Emitwalo 3 osulawa.
What will you do and you get satisfied? You cannot save at all. First of all, go ahead. Mukatanga.
Se mukatanga pase. Naye mu bifo nga si bya bbeeyi nnyo kati nga Honorable Luze wasula. Sola kwenkanankana naye ye ayinamu nze nkyeyiiya oba ontegeera kati mba nsula eyo.
Omanyi Uganda like Honorable was saying actually tuli muyenga naye muyenga waliyo kasiraamu obokiri
kayumba kalyawo
kakiwebe assuming ensula
waliwo wagundi tebiri clear
kati era nange mbayinga idea ya Honorable gyagambye nti the planning authority not to guiding what type of houses should we build and actually Honorable already yakyogeddeko. This can only be solved when we create what we call a minimum wage.
Yes.
One time I wanted to do an operation in these people of Darling and those Chinese Indians and whatever. How can you use a Ugandan the whole day and you pay them 7,000 shillings a day?
Imagine.
I feel offended as a patriot.
Yes.
You find so many people entering Darling, coming out, they lose their hands and what they get injured, they are not treated.
Plastic, people trading and hawking plastics. Kilometers, like 10 kilometers a day. They even have permanent scars.
The necks have even twisted, but
there is I think occupational hazard something. There is also
but people don't respect that law. The occupational hazard and safety precaution, they don't respect it.
Even the inspectors who is to enforce it.
First even the inspectors don't do their part.
I think every municipality has a
yes, but those inspectors don't do their role.
All docile.
Exactly. Now that's a different issue. Meaning that there must be monitoring of them. I agree with you.
Yes,
they are docile.
They should monitor them.
Yeah. Actually, to add on my sister, you see, all the time our government has stood, we are saying this is the time. I have ever, for the first time, heard about at least enhancing patriotism. Even senior staff and even civil servants, none of our people is patriotic in their mode of action. Even if you are paid, you are not doing something when you love your country. You're talking about inspectors. They are paid. They're on government payroll. Now we are wondering which kind of work are they doing?
Actually, they are
now
paid.
Does this
mean pensionable and permanent?
Now that's what we are avoiding. We are saying we are going to abolish the permanent and pensionable scheme and syndrome, arrogance, entitlement. You cannot. They even are not checked, self-checking and even being checked because they know after all, even if someone stops them, they can take you to court, urge you out, and later they are reinstated or even compensated. Even this. No, kiyamba gwe munna Uganda at all levels of service, even at the lowest, to do your duty as stipulated. Do you know people are taught to do the right thing? Those inspectors, but instead they don't do it. Patriotism means you don't do it for the sake of money. You should not be highly paid to be patriotic, but take the sense of ownership of this country.
Actually, waliwo n'endowooza egamba buli muntu akola mu gundi mu kyewandiise nga mu sector erimu eya wages. Because abantu abasasulwa siringi 7 buli lunaku, they are waged. kale waliwo netteeka ndowooza on wages era nga ligamba kati most of these factory workers are waged workers naye ono inspector asasulwa ogenda okubakyalira okutegeera ebizibu byabwe abamu balina okubeera ne labor unions esi okubayamba kati patriotism calls for omuntu ono okusobola okugenda okuinsuaringa nti balina evidence nti bakozi ekimu ku byo balina okubeera ne appointment letters or engagement contracts kale ze batalina ogendanga mu Chinese factories tebaziina.
We are wondering why.
Yes, ate omuntu najja n'agamba labor office ate nga kyalina okukola. I think our patriotism wejira mu sense of patriotism.
Mr. Moderator, I am still astonished and wondering who brought up this section of patriotism. This is what has been missing in Uganda for
President
all
Museveni.
the time. That no wonder he is a champion. We are saying there is no way this army officer can obtain that kind of salary and wage and is happy. But inside in him is the patriotism. It's not about money. We need to employ this the same way outside.
Poor housing units,
yes,
especially police. I think police has no.
In fact, it's only.
Lumu wagamba mbu oyagala osooka ogereko muki
mu police.
Mu police cells nani?
You see, among the reforms, we are saying being a patriotic leader. Simanye no shot wongere mu luzungu mu Luganda.
Oyagadde mix.
Okay. Because if it is a national,
tulina abantu baffe abagala ojuwuliriza nga bamanyi Luganda lwokka.
Yes, still we will organize theirs for Luganda. we are tired of people who don't want to go to school. They will interpret for them because we want to cut across. This is a national icon.
Waliwo omusajja bamuyita Segawa yagamba nti kiyamba gwe okunnyonnyola abantu mu lulimi lwe bategeera era nti yeshoye asobola ogigatta mu Luzungu ne mu Luganda. In fact ndowooza mugambeko kubanga yandiyagadde n'oteekamu Olufalansa ate bali tunnyonnyola kati commissioner twatandise muyigiriza Olufalansa kati
like for example now this is a national icon kind of conversation. There are people who are in Acholi right now watching.
True,
they
true.
I may not have time. I am busy to go and do different programs in different languages. So when we do English, when you do English, whoever doesn't understand English, you will be translated to by your daughter, by your relatives.
That's creating employment. We are creating employment for translators.
Yes, and even may they get use of their children's education. Let them interpret for them. Let's maintain English
Value
for
for
the
money.
sake, yes. And we are trying to say this is the national language, and which is what should be used formally.
Yes.
To avoid the duplication of these programs. Otherwise, we will be doing multiple of them. We have no time to spend on you guys. Once we elaborate in English, they can be translated. And the majority of the people can hear.
Actually, Mitiana people were not understanding, so we decided to.
No. Those guys, whoever, first of all, is living there, they should interpret for whoever if they don't know English. But to be honest, we are saying we need to. First of all, when you are patriotic, you become serious.
Yes.
So many people in this country are not serious. This is where someone is heading an institution and he produces a reckless statement, which you know is not adding value to you, even to your institution, and even to your applause, you know. So you're saying being patriotic, do the right thing. By the way, everybody does wrong things when they know and have the choice of choosing from what is good and bad. You understand? People tend to do wrong when they know there is a right thing. So patriotism basically means, can you do the right thing? And I'm telling you, as soon as everybody absorbs this, the whole country, you will see an overhaul and a change. Secondly, we are saying, for example, nurses and the judicial officers, teachers, they all know the right thing to be done.
Because it's taught.
Yes.
Actually, when you look at nurses, they even swear an oath.
Yes.
Even there is a judicial oath.
Yes, they know. But they choose by choice. That's why we are saying we are bringing a law for only 2-year contract for every civil servant. Why? You should always be renewed upon appraisal, completion and meeting targets, and even basing on the suggestion box and what is the feedback from communities.
Renewable upon satisfactory performance.
Yes. There are so many errors done, intentional errors, but people
always are promoted, and they are again paid. So we are saying they fear nobody. Do you know that in Uganda people don't fear witch doctors anymore? They know they are fake. People no longer fear God. People we call
why don't people fear God?
No,
It's
imagine people go to church and those who do wrong things, they sit in front. They leave even when nothing has happened. Even when they close their eyes, they nothing happens.
But
to
also
them.
talking about that, Madam Commissioner, people have been accused of corruption, thuggery, bribery, and these are the first people who go to church and actually the bishops talk about them positively.
Can you imagine?
Because it was essentially in the recent past or in the past, it was even shameful that you've been involved in something. You wouldn't even show up in public. Yes. These guys, it is the bishops who first defend them. They're like Kenyans where they say the thief is ours.
Yes.
The thief is ours. Did he share the loot? And the Nigerians are saying it is our turn to eat.
And do you know why they always don't even dare to talk about them? When they talk, churches, mosques, all the time they have unfinished projects. Can you imagine? I wonder what is the problem. Always the windows are not in. Always the doors are out. This and that.
Yeah.
In the mosques, mats are old. There are no speakers. So you make sure they extort everybody who comes.
Have you tried to support mosques before?
Yes, I did that in Mitiana and they betrayed me. In fact, I am now reclaiming my bike, which I gave to them.
Has it been brought back?
No, they have not, and I'm still demanding it. I am waiting after 15th
You want to say that
January.
all Mitiana Central Mosque cannot afford the bike?
They don't have, and they had contributed or tried to solicit for this bike for the entire 1 year. And each one was contributing 500 shillings. Even rich ones. People are so hand-gummed to the extent they don't even give in the path of God. How can you fail? Me, one time I came, I paid off this bike. But there are so many rich people and they were busy gazing around, not even responding positively. But churches, mosques have been extorting. So you find that patriotism is lacking in every aspect of our leaders. And in fact, I dare to give my full support to this institution to teach, to educate, mentor our youth. Do you know we have a lot of resources, but people don't know? Can you imagine we have people, for example, who speak Uganda and they think the entire Uganda is about speaking Uganda. People have never moved out of Buganda here, and they think there are small kings around. Even they hear you speak another language, they despise you. Nonsense. We are saying we should tell our children. Children is children. Students. Uganda is bigger than what they think.
There is a gentleman, I think, was it the late... one time, I had an interaction with that general and he told me he had studied in Chitigumu High School and he's from Rukonjiri. So he told me there was a time when it was a requirement. I think that's why they had those schools up country, that you could actually be a Muganda from Masaka and you study from Busoga College Muiri, Nabmali High School, Teso College Alowet, and I think there was some sort of, I think it's patriotic enough to have that kind of arrangement.
Maybe, Mr. Moderator, I think that time there were also very few secondary schools, especially HSC, and that's why people would cross from one region to another. But now we have so many schools. However, still our constitution says the official language of this country shall be English. Then maybe any other language can be a second option. So we should adopt English first, since it's our official language, then Swahili, our second language. Back to the other thing of corruption. What Honorable Luz has said is very correct. Everyone in this country needs patriotism like never before. From the religious leaders, from every head of section, head of department, apart from HE the president, I've seen is the only patriotic person we have around. Because we would want you to be straight and transparent. Then you see people coming.
Saying your father who has struggled,
all of them, they need his orientation.
Army school, whatever, whatever, is not patriotic.
He's patriotic because he's an army officer and he's serving under the forces.
Yes.
I mean,
by the way, the army
and
is the
army,
only people who have at least greater
soldiers, actually army
only.
Every army officer or every army personnel, men in uniform, are the first patriots in this country. followed by teachers. Look at the teachers, whatever they earn, but they are patriotic enough to go and give a lecture, to talk to the young people in
I
class.
disagree with you. Teachers, forget them. You know why?
No.
Teachers, they go there because they have nothing to do. But they don't do it for the sake. You see, soldiers or
Soldiers
army
are
officers,
patriotic,
you know
yes.
what? Their intention is not money.
It is
When you see them, they live happily, even if they are living a modest life.
yes.
Anytime they
Police.
can be shifted, they can be given orders and the movement. You understand?
And
But they
police.
don't. They obey.
What
It's not
about
about
police?
yeah.
What's the experience with police?
Police, first of all, we should say they do a recommendable job. But I can understand the kind of frustration and lack of patriotism simply because they are underpaid.
What is very unpatriotic about their job?
It is as a result of underpayment. To be honest, you cannot pay 500,000 to a CID officer, and you expect him to, first of all, take care of his family or her family,
And handle a case.
and hand a
involving-
case involving 100 million, or handling a case of aggravated robbery, and when he's
or
promised
trafficking,
something.
Yeah.
A traffic officer is paid 600,000, and you expect, first of all, his rent outside, blah blah blah, is already 600. So basically, they come in life when they are empty-handed, even at work. You will definitely never have patriotic people if there is
But
no
there's-
minimum wage.
There's been a discussion that the higher one is paid, the more corrupt they become,
No.
and the lowest. Because honestly, the people who are in who have appeared at the anti-corruption court, you imagine a minister appeared there because of mabati. Let's be clear.
You know, patriotic people speak the truth, and they are
Sure.
not excited at all.
Yes.
In this country, they operate on Lugambo.
Yes.
Malice, intrigue, jealous.
Mm.
Me, I'm not like that. A patriotic person would not care whether you are a brother or sister, but say the truth. There's no way minister can steal mabati. But people, they have a lot of intrigue and infighting. They can, even me, I'm a victim of such nonsense. So many people can attribute anything wrong in this country. And you're saying the investigations also are based on malice, Rugambo, and hearsay. Was he convicted?
No, I'm saying it wasn't.
But
one
you
person.
understand what I'm trying to say? How can a minister be involved in a ramshackled item or material? People can malice like you in Uganda. We are saying patriotism in a CID, in the judicial officers, is very important. We want to see a police officer who can deny entering a civil matter and even turn it into a criminal.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
many cases at police, they are turned into criminal.
Criminal
Yes,
cases,
civil
yes, they are
matters.
civil matters.
To the extent that even the DPP, they connive with some people and they sanction such files. In fact, I want to take on whoever put me in jail for a case which does not exist. On file, there was no any evidence. They say they took 600 million. When they in
You
200
can you can sue them for
2000
malicious prosecution.
Prosecution.
Wait, do you know what it takes to get exonerated from that nonsense?
It's a lot.
It's a lot, and already you're damaged. You have wasted resources and time. Patriotic people, at all costs, they do the right thing in time. Even delayed justice,
Is
delayed justice is something being unpatriotic.
Actually, delayed justice is
Is
denied.
justice denied?
Yes. So, my dear commissioner, I am ready, even if to be on TV every day. I have been doing it for the little time I've been in this campaign, where we are saying, can you do the right thing?
True.
Whatever you're saying that is rotten, from ministers, planning authorities, commissioners, everywhere, they lack patriotism. I am telling you, people twist cases where they know they are targeting to get money. A patriotic person, even if you offer how much money, they will stand by the
Their
truth.
ground.
That means a patriotic person can't be corrupt.
Never.
That's what you're
No.
trying to say.
Yes.
Wonderful. So, in the same spirit, we've been corrupted to believe that certain things can't go right. But, Madam Commissioner, maybe I need to ask you, we are all alive to the spending pressure that comes with families. Now that we are in the festive season, you know what it means. There are needs, social events. We all have to contribute to wedding contributions. I am in different groups of wedding contributions. I think every day, lifestyle expectations. You're a commissioner. You must be driving a particular car.
Mabugo.
You must be in my brother Honorable loves, he said he loves German cars or something.
Hey, an
So,
American.
Yeah, American cars. It must be in Fords. What? So these things. How do you personally decide when to say yes or no to some of these financial,
Birthday
requests?
gifts.
Is it patriotic to deny to participate in a fundraising event of a birthday? Nowadays, you women have started these
Baby
funny
shower.
things of baby showers. I don't know. Working a niginas, you are even inviting us for, I don't know. There's even a new wave in town called, is it Manish bride or baby? I don't know.
Bachelors.
A lot. So how do you, these are all pressures that come to us. We don't earn this money, by the way, we don't. We can pretend, but we don't earn that.
This is what I would share with Ugandans. It's only fools who part with their money before they put it to the right use. Some of these things we can forego them. For example, birthday parties. Yes, you already know the day you were born. Your parents celebrated for you when you were young. Why would you be spending every time? Do you know some people even go for loans? I have a friend who went and got a bank loan to just please. In fact, we behave like ice cream pleasers. I said as we want to please everybody. My friend went and got a loan in a bank just to do a birthday party to show off and show to the public that, she's well off.
Loved.
Yet inside, after 2 days, the landlord was chasing them out of the house. Then I asked her, the money you got, and then she was trying to call and say, please lend me some money, I clear my loan, my house rent. I asked her, the money you spent in that lavish, they took you to Freedom Stay in a very expensive hall. I mean, why wouldn't you save that money and pay rent? Things like baby shower. The child is for you and your husband. Who sent you to have the child? It's yours, and you don't need to show the whole world. That is even
The child must be welcomed in style. That's what they say.
Oh, Jesus. In
In
style.
addition to Madam Commissioner's submission, I completely go against contribution to anybody wedding. And me, I'm saying, please, never in your life send me that kind of foolish budget. I don't contribute. Because the reason why even there are so many extramarital cases, if you hear someone contributed heavily on your wedding, what if he comes and say, my dear, you better divide for me part of this house and some of the privileges here? What will you do? Because you have
They
had,
contributed.
without him, your wedding wouldn't have happened.
Sarah is doing
When I was
double
wedding my tall, slender, beautiful, strawberry-like woman, nobody contributed. I dare anybody. And even that's why I say I love people when... Do you know people even still come for her even when they know that I am married to her? Nonsense. But I like it. Let them try and see. Equally, we are saying, why would I contribute condolences? I have been even hearing. What are you celebrating? First of all, I go against big crowds when it is burial time. People should learn to have insurances, which also involve having burial arrangements. Me, when I am dead, I don't expect people to come. If you want to come, you better send mobile money, anything. Don't come to spoil our flowers home and this and that. After all, I'm dead. Then, when you see birthday gifts, I fight a lot of battles with this nonsense. Even, do you know, people get angry when you don't remember their birthdays? And I'm wondering, what changed? What is unique over there? You're already given birth to. So, I don't give gifts to this. Me, this is my literacy now. They self-styled. I don't get headache for no reason.
Isn't that because people have said that's evidence of poverty. You don't want to spend. You are, they're called what?
Mkonogam.
Twina president Wasmani, the Stingy Men's Association. President, are you not a member of President Norbert Mao's committee?
Not busy. They keep
see,
talking
because
about
President Norbert
everything.
Mao has been known as the chairman.
You see, my
are you his deputy?
Mr. Moderator, Ugandans are not busy. They keep talking about everything. They live a fake life. They want to portray that they are happy.
They want to please
They
everybody.
please everybody, but inside themselves,
They are
you see so
bleeding.
many people staying and carrying big beers and branded whisks and what, but in actual sense, they are very poor.
They are
You
getting
understand?
loans. to
Yes,
go and
baby showers.
do a
You
baby
trying
shower.
to kutangaza how you have been ballooned. It doesn't make sense to me. After all, it was a private event. We don't care about that. Don't invite me for such nonsense. Aren't you busy? Ugandans should learn to be busy.
I value every bit of my time. All this you see is time wasting. In fact, in financial literacy, the time dependency is a very big factor.
Oh.
How do you spend your time?
Time is a factor of production.
Yes, but so many people, they don't value time. Commissioner, we are wondering, how do you waste time going for a burial? Me, I don't go for burials unless someone is so close to me. How do you go for a burial of 10,000 people and you are only 1,000 meters away and you convince yourself that you've attended? Nonsense. I don't go.
So you, in the same spirit, you don't watch European football?
That's something very unique.
Yes.
You see, for me, when I am watching a movie of football, the intention is to learn something. When I see or watch a movie, I learn how people dress, how they walk, how they negotiate, how they drive, how they maneuver against the challenges in the event they attack to eventualities. You understand? I learn in every bit of a movie. But do you know there are several people who watch a movie and they walk away empty-handed? 2, when I see this football, because I'm a sportsman, I love seeing and learning something, emotional management, and how someone can use these skills, ABCD. This is why I go against Uganda cranes. I always abuse them. I don't believe in them. They are so low to the extent that they don't have skills, simply because even when they watch Premier League, they don't learn anything. Can you imagine? How do you take a penalty when you know that your 4 foot is not at the same level of the ball? No wonder it went up. Those skills are so basic in the kindergarten. So our players, they simply watch football for the sake and they leave empty-headed. 2, have you seen several people doing benchmarking? So many people, Ugandans, have traveled abroad and they come the same way they went. No wonder things are the same way they are here. We are saying about patriotism. Have you seen how people trace and praise their countries over there?
Yes.
I'm telling people patriotic about their countries outside. Those developed countries, one as an American is an American. You can't do anything stupid. They will call police immediately. But here, you can simply clap and walk away sometime. So we are saying being patriotic, just do the right thing in front of you, right in front of your pocket, before you even think about someone else. You, yourself, each one of you knows what you're doing that is wrong. I'm telling you, that's all about patriotism. And that's how the core of this country is going to be built and maintained. Yes.
So spending pressure, do you have it, Madam Commissioner?
Personally, I value what
Honorable
is
says I do not contribute to weddings.
Don't call me.
I contribute when someone is a very close family member. That one I can. But the things of Nasoma Naye, we met in church, like me, every day someone calls and says, Commissioner, there's one time a gentleman called me and said he's from Rengo, that I should help him hire an ambulance. Then I asked, an ambulance for what? Sorry, sir, I don't know. I've lost someone who's in the mortuary of Mlago. You don't need to know me, you're a celeb. You contribute for me. I need an ambulance to take back the dead body back home. And I said, oh, sorry, sir, I don't have money at the moment. And he said, a whole commissioner, why don't you have money? Why don't you? I mean, if I have, it's mine and it's budgeted for. I have priorities. I did not plan for eventualities of the surrounding community. I mean, I have children, I have to pay fees, I have other needs, basic needs that I value.
Commissioner, do you pay fees for your children? Are you married or a single mother?
I'm married.
How come you pay school fees? What is this man doing?
He pays, but sometimes I give in a hand.
Oh,
yes,
support.
I support.
I was worried.
But Toro Sara is building a house.
Huh?
I recently saw you saying Toro Sara is building a house.
No, that is her house, not
Yes,
mine.
So why didn't you build it?
No, I have where I built. That was a second home for herself. In fact, she did when the architect. I'm laughing all the day, all the time. Yes. But I was wondering that even sorry, but to cut it a little bit short, do you know that, Madam, Ugandans have a poor spending culture?
Culture, yes.
I see so many women have more than 100 pairs of shoes. 100 bags.
Parted dresses, the lipstick,
everywhere.
They're like us, the women. Every week one wants to
pressure.
Spending pressure. Someone has to paint new colors on the nails, put artificial wigs every day.
They have capacity.
No.
Some don't have, but they want to fit in what they don't have. Put on the right pair of shoe. if your size is size 5, why would you go for 11? Yes, there are those who have the money to spend, but there are those who don't have. However, they want to live a fake life.
Actually, nowadays there is also hiring clothes and so on.
Hiring would be good. For example, you know you've not spent a lot of money. After
Yes.
all, you're not going to use it again. I suggest
They
you
hire
better
and
go
take
for
back.
hire and take back. Do you know women have clothes that they have not even worn for the last 5 months? They have shoes and they simply see and watch through, count 1 up to 100. Ask your commissioner.
It creates self-esteem.
No. So, spending pressure. It's not necessary. You only need around 6 shoes, and that's all. Lipstick, you only need a brand one, not a cheap one, but a good one. Hair, why do you change your hair every week? What are you trying to entice?
Madam Commissioner, why do you change?
I don't change hair every week. Actually, I comb a different style every week because it's my hair.
So it is not Indian or
No,
Need
I don't
for
want
baby
to.
Brazilian.
I don't, you know,
For
when you
dead
put on
people
that
also.
artificial hair for the dead, you cannot know that person's character. If the person was mad, you'll begin thinking like a mad woman. If I mean, everyone has their character. So I would rather keep natural with my natural hair.
How does madness be translated through the hair?
But how sure are we
Was
that
spirit.
where the hair comes from?
Madam, do you know that even women have fake bums of different styles? Today, the
different
woman has a bum like that of Baganda, flat and flat bottom. Then next time you
Hold
say
on.
Munyankole,
So hold on. The Bagandas have a particular.
hey,
Uh-huh.
flat, like for a crocodile, like this. Then later, Yabasoga, it's not so big, something like that. Then there are cases when they know that we are going to meet Nigerians, then they borrow for Westerners and something like. We are showing you realistic life, by the way. It is wrong for at least bringing close yourself to yourself, spending pressure. You want to impress everybody.
You want to impress
It's
You
wrong.
should impress yourself, your spirit and heart, maybe and
Maybe that's
family.
impressing to them. I don't know. That's what
Mm.
impressing.
No.
them.
For me, Mr. Moderator, I always do what I feel is right and what pleases my spirit, not the public. If I have my one shirt or my one nice necklace, let me wear that one every day. I mean, who cares? It's mine. I don't wear it for anybody anyway.
Yes.
But the things of saying, I change this pressure, go and plate this, paint this nail, do this makeup, put artificial bumps. No, if I'm figure 1, let it be. If I'm figure 8, that is it.
Do you know, Madam Commissioner, people don't know that men, they don't like whether you have a figure 1 or figure 10. Their interest is something different. So you women who are there trying to
So
spend
what
a lot
could
of
be the
money,
men's
they
preference?
always only target at the sharpshooter points only. It's not about how you look. Men are so weird. We want to tell you nowadays to avoid spending pressure. Please, we are not interested in your hair. We are not interested in those lipsticks. After all, we even eat them off. So nobody is interested whether they are yellow or what. 2, nobody is interested in how many shoes you change every week. Men are only interested in respecting you and subordinates. That's all. Because if it is a food, we can get it from restaurants.
Password.
So many women don't give passwords. I don't know why. Women tend to think we need their food. No, we can eat from restaurants. Others even think that men are interested in other female pleasures, but no. Men are so wise that they can even get it from the moon. They don't care. But what men want in you is not how you look. Do you know a man can leave a woman who is highly styled and go for a maid or something else? And women don't understand why. We are not
It is
after how you
character.
look, how
Discipline.
you smell, how you do what. No. It's about respect and even subordinates. Me, I hate a woman who has a mouth close to a beak of a pigeon. I don't want someone else who asks me, where are you? What are you doing? Who is that you're talking to?
Sarah is told
Nonsense.
that you use it.
No. Tall Sarah is a complete woman, and I wish every woman should emulate and even understand that it is what every man would wish. And I applaud every man to at least appreciate their tall Sarahs at their homes. May you also men, what women want, there are very few things, although we've disgraced men of it, or a lot of it. They like gifts. Can you imagine? Even if you do bigger things, they still like gifts. You are wondering why. Putting us on pressure, please. men don't like to give gifts because they value spending. Yes.
They value spending.
So, Commissioner,
Yes.
password ogigabira afande oba?
Afande agimanyi bulungi nnyo, buli ekiri mu ssimu eno akimanyi. And I equally know his. Ne pin number ye, ne account anti nze manager, financial literacy officer waka.
Kati now oyagala gifts?
Maybe once in a while, but it also depends. It depends. Once
So
in a
kati
while.
oyagala afande alete gifts?
Not every day.
Oyagala
Sometimes
ebimuli?
abireeta n'embigana.
Oyagala ebimuli?
No, nze ebimuli tubirina mu gardens ewaka, tubiraba every day ne twekubyamu
Tononese.
So nonese naye I'm living in reality. Saagala
Tolo Sara
spending.
tasaba bimuli?
Bansomesa financial literacy, I have to save.
To be honest,
I don't want to be like, let me give you an example. There are so many people going to retirement. The following day you find them at Muzei's gate. Bail me out, but I don't want to be in that category. If I retire, I've retired. Kandies and saving are not, I've retired today, tomorrow I'm on Muzei's gate. Into Muzei indi bubi.
Sente wazigulamu ebimuli?
Wabigulamu ebimuli
By
every
the
day.
way,
Why don't you save?
there's something unique that I've been also trying to teach our community. That spending pressure has led to reckless spending. To the extent
And
they
even
leave,
huge loans.
yes, they leave valuable expenses like insurance. We are saying at least every year you pay only 1 million and you are covered for the whole of your that year, any kind of eventuality health wise. Now, do you know that even part of that money involves funeral service and any eventuality, things like that? Do you know that many officers, including civil servants, there are cases when they seek bailouts from the president, as she's saying. Yet you had opportunities to save and always have an insurance cover.
Even MPs are asking
Yes.
for bailouts.
And
So-
I'm
That's
wondering
what
why
exactly
people
we
don't
are
have
saying.
insurance.
So I don't know why we are taking beggars parliament.
No, we are
No.
bringing an amendment.
They are not beggars per se, but they spend more than what they earn. They don't have the financial discipline with their money.
Thank you, the financial literacy. That's why we said we are going to extend this program
They are very
to
unpatriotic.
every leader. No, they don't know. Ignorance is another thing. Do you know?
But also ignorance can qualify for unpatriotism. Because you know ignorance of the law is no defense.
There's no defense.
Yeah, but
If you're not informed, are you patriotic enough?
no, any patriotic person, it
Should
is
be
his
informed.
duty to look for knowledge and
Exactly.
look for that. So if you don't do, then you're being unpatriotic.
Mr. Moderator,
Exactly.
one of our core principles under patriotism is love knowledge.
Research.
Meaning you have to research.
Yes.
Read, research, be informed. We are talking to an informed community. How can you come with knowledge of 1900 of the Buganda Agreement when we are thinking in the 21st century? So we encourage every Ugandan to be a good researcher, to love knowledge.
It was passed on through my grandmother.
That
Imagine.
culture. Your grandmother, it was during that time of the cassette and the tape. Now it's a digital time. I mean, you have to be informed, do enough research. When you're talking on the table, be informed really. We don't want people who think analog. The world is going digital.
Actually, we've been agitating for digital transformation in application and management of government installations. It will save a lot of corruption.
True.
For example, we were saying we need to bring a centralized police management system. Can you imagine if you commit a crime here and you run away? You can commit another at Buvuma. Nobody will know. And then in Guru and the rest. Then too we are saying any police officer can dismiss and even erode away a file. Can you imagine? They tell you your file is misplaced. But this kind of software is available. If government doesn't know, that's why they have involved the Gen Zs of today, the products, the Bazukulus now know. We have traveled. I like the idea when you say it is high time we embrace this 21st century thinking, the
Yes.
mindset. In fact, I have written a book. It is not cheap, so I'm saying you should be buying this book. It's only around $110. That's 380,000.
You've written a book.
Yes, about all these reforms in management and government transforming management. I have been advertising it, and I'll bring you copies.
We
not
shall
for free.
support you.
Please. And in fact, every leader must buy, not even be given. Why? They will value it. Every bit you read about it, it has a change. Anything.
Chiambabo.
Yes, it has an impact on you. So I was bringing an idea. You see, our generation now, everybody below 50 years, are you aware that it is a product of this government?
True.
50 years.
Yeah.
They have never seen war. Yes or no?
50
Answer
years,
me.
They saw war in 1979 and 80 up to 86.
50? No.
Yeah, they saw.
Because we are talking about, if someone is 50 years, when was he born?
He was born in 1976.
Okay, okay, let's say
Maybe
45.
the youth be 40.
Yeah, let's say
Maybe
45.
Ugandans
45.
below 40
Even
years.
45, if they were in Central, actually, even if 45 they saw a war because there was a war in
Because
Central
I'm looking at someone who was 5 years
when the NRA
when NRA came.
Came to power.
That's 1980.
They completely don't understand what was existent. So what I'm trying to say, the message we are disseminating to the population we are having today, which is now all the products of this government, they don't understand anything about the law. I mean the war. Are you aware?
Yeah.
Which means the kind of information and application varies. No wonder we are embracing digital transformation, because that is the order of the day. Every youth of today, anybody below 40 years, at least knows how to use a smartphone. So we are saying we are choosing the right method, even what government should employ to use social media. Are you aware? Last time I made a smart rally 2 days ago. I had 1 million views. Do you know what it means to pull a crowd of 1 million people? Are you sure? Is it possible? But yes, on social media it's possible. Yes. So we are saying the kind of message we are supposed to.
That's why you're saying that people should not have this. They shouldn't be allowed to campaign without using. Is it smart campaigns?
Yeah, I am agitating and promoting smart campaigns, whereby we are saying be on TVs, be on social media lives. You can access and know even that how many people have watched, from which area, or which group. Are you understanding? Like, then even if you missed, they are recorded, screen recorded. People can even...
And smart campaigns save costs. You know that? They save time. These unnecessary movements.
So there was a discussion that
Honorable,
you were just agitating for that because you didn't have money to move around, or you didn't have capacity to create them.
No. Actually, I had enough resources, and also it's not about even money only. Even if you have money,
even
but you may
the time
not
resource, time resource,
even convenience, accidents, distracting businesses. Do you know that all these people whom you call your girl, your managers, at the end of the day they ask you for facilitation?
Exactly.
It's a lot of money.
Expenditure.
That's what you were avoiding.
Yes, it doesn't mean we say the spending pressure. It is the literacy, financial literacy. I am managing myself well. No wonder I can save money to ride a good bike, a good car, and live happily. Others who have spent, they have borrowed, they have sold their homesteads. Others are in loans. Poor management. They're
even hiding from police.
Yes.
You wait and see after elections. You will see many of them running up and down. Bail me out, bail me out. I mean, why don't they do the smart campaigns?
By the way,
during COVID, we did not do this rally.
Yes. And the message was...
the message was clear and it reached everybody.
Yes. Another thing I am wondering, have you realized that every Ugandan at his or her workplace, at least they can access information? No wonder you see the opposition people last time, they managed to ride over this simply because they use social media very well. Do you know that someone watches your video, whether he likes you or not, in privacy? But people may fail to come to your rally
public.
But you make sure they watch even when they are hiding. Others, they are in toilets, they can watch. Others, they are on their sick beds, they can, even at workplace. So it's a very convenient way. And we want to task government that we've done the benchmarking. It's obvious. It will save. And it is not because I don't have the money. It is because of the financial literacy I have.
Yes.
And I save and I live a better life. I'm not going to be stressed. Do you know so many people are in debts? I don't have any debts. When you ask me for money, I ask you, what is this money for? What have you done for me? Nothing. Please go away. I'd rather slap you. Go away. What have you done for me? Go away. For you to listen to me, it's for your benefit. If you don't choose me or elect me, it's for your benefit. Literacy is all about being stingy at yourself, and it's safe for the better use. Yes.
So, in short, you are just a member of the Stingy Men's Association.
I am not even a member. I am the head, purported head of the
Katiba
Stingy
oneka
Men's
shikwa
Stingy Men's Association. We are going even to register it under patriotism.
Honestly,
No, patriotic people actually must. They cannot be stingy.
We want
no,
them
they
to
cannot be stingy, but we are teaching them to save. That's
save.
why we introduced a circle here. Do you know, in so many organizations, it's only the Patriot Circle where the president supported us with 1 billion shillings, and he's a member, he's the auditor, he audits us. How do we spend? I mean, we are teaching these young people to save. I was wondering, one time we had children of big figures for a training, and every child had a smartphone. We had a participant who had a smartphone of 17 million Ugandan shillings. And then I was wondering that this child at this time is having this phone, is still school going. Will this child know that I must save some money, I must do ABCD? Yes, it's good for us parents to give our children the best, but not again exaggerate. I mean,
Are you not
By
mixing
the
up
way,
poverty with
Madam Commissioner, I've said something very important. I went to India. Every household, they have a room for every child where there are production lines.
yes.
In a smallest production line in the home. Every home. Either they make dolls or they make books. Or everything you see here is being assembled in the houses of these guys. Can you imagine, in India, it is by the time one makes 17, he already has a company or is already doing something. The same in China. So we are saying we want to empower our children how to embrace self-emancipation by having self-centered and managed businesses. How do you hold the 17 million phone when you don't have some chicken
Source of earning.
or even holding some seed factory or some seed shop? You know, we should entice children. But do you know what causes that? Many people are corrupt. They swindle money. They simply swim into it. They don't give value to it. I'm
Unnecessary
telling you.
competition.
Yes.
Wanting to fit in a life. Actually, there's a girl who stole, how we discovered this child with a 17 million phone. Another participant stole a phone. So we rounded up all the girls and we started checking them. Then we realized this one who stole the phone. So when you asked her, you see, my friend has a phone of 17 million shillings. I also wanted, I don't want kabiriti, shade kabiriti. I mean, imagine if this child was taught by the parents that this 17 millions begin a chicken house, I mean, chicken rearing.
Probably they have it also.
Yes, they could be having it, but that now also causes unnecessary competitions in schools. The child will end up sleeping with sugar daddies, acquiring HIV because they want to sort in a life which is not theirs. So we should trim our children. If I was the parent to that child, I would start up a good business for this child so that that money causes a multiplier effect. Not now, imagine it, the 17 million phone, airtime is another source, internet, I mean, more expenditures because the child is still school going, does not have any source of earning, source of income.
And the parent can't even have it.
Yes, and the parent can't have it every day. So imagine.
But okay, sorry. But if I may ask once again, when did this patriotic, you call it what? This
Training.
But training.
no.
Patriotism Secretariat.
Patriotic?
National Secretariat for Patriotism Co.
National.
Secretary.
I have a reason. Secretariat.
Yes, for Patriotism Co.
For
Patriotism,
Cops.
it is Co. We don't
this is
pronounce
the
the S.
rebirth, the rebuilding of this country for the new generation.
True. And the patriotism was launched on 14th February 2009 by His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I was in senior 6.
No wonder this man is a champion. His legacy can only be driven by these propellers. I'm telling you. And even the motto should be, patriotism means doing the right thing.
At the right
How
time,
do you
in the
steal a
right
phone?
place.
You know
Yes.
it is not yours. Where do you steal it? You understand? Right from childhood. Two.
Are there genes of stealing?
No, it's about doing a wrong
ch-
thing. Actually, patriotism means to do
The right thing.
That is all.
I don't know, but that's quite amazing because actually that's the truth. Because when you look at how someone gets into ownership of what is not even desirable, it's
Yes.
questionable.
Lastly on that, do you know why we have a lot of opposition youth with a bitter voice?
No.
When you look and listen to their cause, to be honest, it holds water. Do you know that people don't know why they exist? Do you know that there are so many human beings in Uganda who move every day from home when they don't know where they are
going and what they are going to do?
They simply have no any knowledge on how to do right things, even to themselves. Even before people are being given any ministerial or any post, anybody who is an MOP, they should be orientated with these kind of ideas. Nobody would want to be a leader. After all, if you do the right thing, they will not come to oppose you. There is a rising voice out of wrongdoings in this country. That's why we are saying, when we do the right thing at all levels, you will never have any resistance. You will never disagree with the people. Because the right thing is always desirable. Yes or no? It is seen. That's it is true. Plain white. True. Like, for example, when we say, now, you see why people are poor. They claim they have no jobs. Whom do you want to give you jobs? Create jobs. You know what to do, but you simply don't employ such ideas.
Yeah, but not everyone will be a job creator.
Maybe to add on what Honorable said, that reminds me. I always ask people, someone goes to Dubai to do chayo. They say there are no jobs in Uganda. But a person sells a plot, 7 million, 10 million, to buy, to acquire a ticket, a visa, and go to Dubai. Why don't you sell that plot? Yes, you've sold it. But do business from that 7 million.
Dubai to do
chayo.
You see, you're paying
washing bums of old people, working in, doing the same.
They're not likely to do that.
You know, I happen to have a lot of experiences on especially many things. In Dubai, when people come, they get reams of paper, each one around 2. You print your fake CV. You can work the entire day throwing such a CV at every shop, waiting for anybody to call you. By the time you finish your 2-month visa, nobody has called you. You know what happens? You have sold your plan, your plot this side. You've gathered money from relatives, promising them that heaven is over there. Now, do you know what makes all these women ending up on streets? They fear to come back home. How will they face anybody they had told that they had gone to look for heaven? So we are saying there's something unique about Uganda, which I would want us to teach our children and this generation via this patriotism. What is the basic knowledge known for Uganda's production? What is it about?
Agriculture.
Are you sure?
Yes.
If it is so, it is true. Do you know that all our youth, even leaders, they tend then to do the opposite?
True.
And even they abuse in Uganda bagamba labo omulimi ono. I'm telling you. Now ekintu kyemuvuma, something you always
it's the backbone of the country.
And it's the backbone and the self-employer. I am a farmer personally here. Are you sure?
So is enkumbi terimba?
Now enkumbi erimba. This hole like a pipe. No. It is mechanized farming. This government, however much it has a lot of challenges based on the fact that there is no enough income to fund the budgets. They bought tractors on every district. And you know the purpose of these tractors? They were for you to hire at a very low cost. You just put in fuel and you fund the operator. A tractor can tilt land of around 10 acres a day. 1 acre of tomatoes, after 3 months, you yield minimum 40 million.
True.
Which job gives you 40 million genuinely? But I am telling you, the tractor can do 10 acres a day. In my life, I have never seen someone cultivating 5 acres of tomatoes in Uganda. I dare anybody. Do you know why? People don't know where to invest. And there has never been time that tomatoes have broken the market and nobody is buying. So we are saying, in patriotism, we are supposed to teach what we are doing. So many people can teach you this, but they are not doing it. I am a cultivator of maize, of all these vegetables, and now I am a licensed cannabis also farmer. I take all these harvests to Canada and US. Cannabis, not these usual herbs people take and kuvenga. These seeds are brought from US and Canada. But we are saying, as patriotic people, we are supposed to teach our children practical lessons. Whatever we talk about, we should be doing it. The Minister of Agriculture should be a great farmer.
Yes.
Yes, whatever you're talking about, you're sure. You should be a great animal husbandry holder.
It's into research, it's into regulation of what you're farming. That's why they don't have farms. They only have research farms. Kawanda, Nagrik.
Because you're saying a leader should be exemplary. What you took like agitating for, you should be living it. There's no way a minister can tell people that it is good to farm when you're not farming. They will say you're lying. I'm telling you.
So the minister should have actually a demonstration farm.
Yes. People in tourism, they should be having tourism, whatever companies. Whatever you're talking about, even you can know the suffering and even challenges within that business. In fact, to be elected and appointed as a minister, you should be having some area of expertise in whatever you have been given. Now, there are people we can challenge in Ministry of Finance. You're a Minister of Finance, but you are telling us that the economy is sui. But me, I'm saying it is swa. You know why? There is no way by financial literacy. You tell me that development in this financial year is allocated 9%. I'm telling you, you are planning for 50 million Ugandans, and you're telling us roads, construction, bridges, and this. I can challenge you. Because I am an economist, a practical one. You cannot tell me that the economy is sui when surely all people in Uganda, they are depending on evading tax. And that's the only way they make profits. To be honest, I am being realistic. No companies in Uganda make genuine profits.
And evading of tax actually increases corruption and bribery.
Yes. Do you know, if I mention a little few things for you, there are big companies who've been emulating, thinking they make hefty profits, and everybody would love to work there. Yes or no? For example, New Vision, UBC.
There's in Subuga Safe.
2, Rocco Construction. Haven't you seen serious construction buildings done by Rocco, surrounded by marks and this and that? Yes or no? Yes. It is fading and it's no more. Roofings. Who doesn't hear about roofings? And so many much more.
Everyone has used the roofings product in his home.
But it is making losses every day and seeking government bailouts. It shows you that those are examples of how every Ugandan is operating business here. They are surviving by crook, by tooth and nail. So we are saying we need to sit back as patriots, that in the event things are not working, what are we supposed to do? What are we not doing right? There is some lapse somewhere where everybody is basing on guesswork. Are you aware of the census of this country for what is finished for this last census? Do you know anything surrounding it?
No.
And you're a moderator today. You check your phone. Everything is based on guesswork. Everything is not managed well.
That's what Ubo said.
Yes.
How?
You don't know about the census.
Which research is that?
Hey, have you seen about the?
You're talking about the results of the population census.
Yes, everything is based on guesswork.
But they are saying, they are denying that. What makes you think it is correct?
Look at the Auditor General's report. Everything is not coordinated.
What's the Auditor General saying?
It is your homework, because it is the entire book. Every patriotic person should know and seek knowledge for what is around him or her. And you know that even Ugandans don't know. But not attacking anyone, we are saying.
But I think the Auditor General was talking about the amount used and so on.
No. But do you know that even people who
has he disputed the census results?
Of course. They mixed up this and that. Do you know that people who work there, they are not yet paid? Are you aware?
I'm not.
I want you to find out. They are not paid and they are busy talking this. They almost hijacked equipment. 2, you find that government installations, wherever you shame whoever appointed you, and even shame your country. That's what
as we wind up, reviewing what has been by our viewers, wherever they are. And this one question everyone says, can you comment on, Madam Commissioner, beginning with you and Honorable Uzi, mobile loans, quick loans. Everyone is talking about quick loans. Everyone can get a mobile loan on his phone. I think every Ugandan is entitled from either a mobile loan from any telecommunications company, talk about MTN, talk about Airtel, and they're saying, how should someone responsibly use this borrowed money? Because every other day puts up some money and it's gone. It's the norm of the day. And they are saying, someone just told me here, how should someone responsibly use borrowed money? So that actually helps them grow financially, especially in a context where some people borrow for weddings, social obligations that don't generate any return. And some people, I think it has forced government to come up with a new law. Have you seen this new law that regulates money lenders? Where a money lender gives you 1 million and you have to return, is it 50%?
50%. True.
What is this? And can we do without them? So these loans are not acquired by even banks, by the way. Even banks, there's something called unsecured loans. You know them? And they say they operate within 24 hours, you can acquire one. So that is an economic boost, or rather a disaster. Madam Commissioner.
For me, I think those quick loans, they are either way. To me, they are a disaster. Reason, they will give you a quick loan. I'll use the example of the border guys. Before I took them for the ideological training in Chankwanz, they used to sell pieces of land or borrow huge amounts of money to come and acquire a motorcycle, of which they were paying. The interest they were paying for a motorcycle was bigger than what they were being given.
So the loan is that someone had to put, if the bike is, Honorable, you're the one who bought it, is it 5 million, 4 million?
He bought by cash because Honorable can afford. But these ones who pay, the ones who get, you'll go, they give you a loan.
So with this 6 million, someone assuming border guy pays 2 million, sells a plot of land to a Chibanja to pay 2 million installment, and then they give you a payment
time
schedule.
Yes.
Yeah.
But by the time you complete paying for that motorcycle, let me give an example. They quoted one prominent bike company. They would give you a motorcycle even when you deposit just 1 million shillings, but at the end of that schedule paying time, you're paying 12 million shillings. So who are married in this country, though not wedded in church, I don't say people shouldn't wed. I beg not to be misquoted. But I mean, do a simple wedding that suits your income. Why would you want to do a lavish wedding to attract people's attention as if you're an ice cream seller, you want to please every dick, Rick and Don? The wedding is for me and my husband. We can choose to just go and do a court marriage.
I want to declare that the Honorable Commissioner has a wedding in March. So I want
don't contribute.
No,
I don't want people's contributions.
I think I'm the one speaking. Can we?
Can moderator.
Yeah. So, and since
doesn't want to invite us.
Exactly.
I'll invite you, but I don't
since
want
I
to
am
contribute.
I'm on the committee that invites. I may choose to or may not.
Okay.
I want to know. Since it is, it's not Honorable. Will you be contributing?
Because now I know her.
Or you can bring a gift. So people can now. I now see people are going to say, "I'm giving you a cow of 3 million."
You see, you see, I don't go to burials anyhow, but to people that matter to me.
Yes.
I don't contribute. I don't give support, but only to people that matter to me. And it's not because she's not able, but it is a sign of my support and friendship
towards what she's doing.
Yes.
Celebrating her time.
Yes.
Not
so,
she's
but this idea of putting it on me and what and
putting me on different forums.
Yes. No.
Without my permission.
Reminding you every 10 minutes.
The chairman calling you.
Kanokapia.
Yes.
So, Mr. Honorable Uzi, I'm sorry, I might be court-martialed by calling you Mr.
No. I am a freelance. I benefit nothing to be called Honorable, His Excellency, Sweet Darling, anything. Feel free to call me.
So, want to know that. So, how do you, like Commissioner is saying, she feels this is like a trap. I want to know, is this an economic boost or a disaster in the making?
Thank you. You see, earlier on we said the entire economy is upside down, whether we want it or not. And as patriots, Instead of blaming people, let us get solutions. And indeed, we have solutions. We are saying government right from the top, they are the biggest managers of this country. They budget and plan for everybody. What you're seeing today, you can imagine right from the budget, as I was telling you, we have very limited avenues of obtaining money by government, and yet we are overspending it. Now, they are what we call trade and aids to trade. Trade and aids to trade, we say banks is a subscriber. Banks aid trade, but here banks don't aid trade.
They actually they facilitate fraud or what?
No, not even fraud. They themselves, they are fraud. You know? Yes.
How?
Some of these interests, right from the way they also subscribe to government and its taxes, the taxes are so high to the extent that all that is peddled down to the low common person.
The user.
Yes. You find that it is very, very hard in this country for banks to give loans to individuals and companies. They can even ask you your great-grandfather's...
Actually, I'm wondering, there is this consumer notion that nobody has discussed. You see a bank, they actually don't even finance, they finance consumption and they don't finance development or trade or something.
Yeah.
Because when you go there, someone is asking for, you have an idea, you want to establish a factory, somebody is asking you for land titles,
capital,
that
80%.
And you see,
Guarantors who are reasonable.
after bringing this, Security is asking for guarantors. After doing that, he expects you to have particular money. When you have Security of my land is 700 millions, I want to give it to the bank. The same bank is asking for more money, and on top of that, they are going to make you pay something called I think insurance, and then you find them running after defaulters. But you insured this loan. What's up? How do you handle that?
You see, like we said, being a patriot, when you know or have certain knowledge and you keep quiet, you are doing a disservice. Instead of blaming others who are not doing it right, please come and do it. We are saying the entire mess is coming from people managing the economy of this country. And that's where I want to give our contribution, a genuine contribution. In fact, we are ready as Ugandans who have traveled, who have got the serious education. You see, that mess comes from so many other factors. For example, do you know that we have a lot of domestic areas? Government gives out contracts, gets all those bids, and people supply it with so much material, and even gives out projects, and they don't pay for years. Do you know that people have, whether local or foreign, they have worked for government and they are not yet paid? Now, imagine banks funded such projects. They are busy running up with you. So there is a breakdown in the economy stream and supply chain, I'm telling you, which needs to be bridged. We are saying, how can government cheat its own people? How do you delay payments? How do you, like we supply maize, flour and whatever. These police officers, army people, they eat our food and we take decades without getting our payments. And URA, when they say an e-freeze invoice, they come for you for their VAT and whatever. Well, yes. Nobody wouldn't want to embrace e-freeze. But to be honest, there is a breakdown. That's why we are saying, let's bring a law.
Do MPs understand those words?
Unfortunately, you elect MPs that are so
because they are
valuable.
the key managers of the economy, by the way.
Unfortunately, you are bringing MPs based on whoever has been good at giving out soap, bars of soap, sweets, salt, and even chanting.
Should we amend the qualifications? Because,
of course.
Because you were talking about the economy. I'm imagining if I have an equivalent of senior 6, because now that's what we are dealing with.
No, actually, I've been agitating among my reforms. I will make sure every one of you and even the president receives this book. We will buy it, not even receiving it. It's not for free and it's not cheap. Do you know that?
I'm going to buy for the president one copy today and take it to him.
Thank you. Do you know that it is a shame that the weight of a vote of a degree holder, master's degree holder, a PhD holder, is weighing the same with someone who has never gone to school?
Just like bride price of a peasant and bride price of a...
You
see, South Sudanese are saying, if the girl is tall, darker, hotter, and educated, it is 200 cows, isn't it? Now, if you are
Short
made like a bit short, because they don't respect short people.
Talk cows. Too. So I was telling you, you see, the reason why banks don't give out moderate loans, even government does business poorly. Do you know that this government borrows a lot of money via those ministries and planners, and a lot of it is mismanaged and even misused, or even part of it is not put to use, yet we have paid a lot of commitment fees and even interest. It is a shame, and someone is seated in office. Can you imagine? Someone is not patriotic.
Go while still at mobs used
Now-
to say the economics that works.
Now, listen. 2, do you know that in this government also people can borrow beyond the World Bank, go to local or international local banks, beyond even going to the also money lenders, what you're talking about, like quick loans. Government is also doing quick loans in another form. Paka miukwente. Even they borrow money which they can return in 3 months. Can you imagine?
Through what? Government bonds?
Yes, and some even directed to money lenders. I'm telling you.
How?
But hey,
We haven't seen a local money lender.
some they don't need to be local, because after all, these
But
people
they
are poor.
lend
They go to
even to
Nairobi,
MPs.
they go where?
You know that money lender who was shot by a policeman at Kampala Road? Some MPs rejoice
That's
because
individual.
No, we are talking about government even commission. If you are not aware, I can read for you part of the Auditor General's report, maybe when we have time someday, how government even borrows from money lenders. These money lenders are not from here. Nairobi, where have you not
They are
about had
international money
lenders?
Yeah,
But the rates are so high. Now, quick loans is like a rope in one's neck. But still you need it. I'm telling you, Uganda economy survives on chances. We say something is wrong. You don't like this so exorbitant interest on these quick loans, but whether you want it or no, you need this money. And at the end, even so many people's phones, they tell you when you're sending them money, they tell you, hey, don't send me on that one, please.
Kuliko
Banja. Once you put it, it's going to be taken away immediately. Even they are not ready. They have no plan of paying back. Now that is the economy.
So mugatoteka kweriwa.
Hey, toteka kweyo. The reason why we are talking about this patriotic movement now, these patriotic rules, values, they should cut across everybody. Do you know that they know whatever they are doing? People are doing wrong because they benefit from it illegally. I'm telling you, people are mismanaging our resources simply because they themselves benefit. And I'm sure they surpass even the president and monitoring team. Yes.
So thank you, Honorable Ruzi. Thank you so much for the insights. Madam Commissioner, your parting shot.
It has been a wonderful evening. I want to thank our viewers. And we crown by saying every Ugandan should be patriotic enough, and we should practice financial literacy. We should learn to save, spend less and save more. In fact, beginning with government departments, we should encourage our people to save. Encourage circles. We are so grateful to His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni that he has tried to create an environment that is suitable for every Ugandan. That's why you see things like PDM to help the general happiness. Then he has created that graduates fund, PDM for the graduates, which is going to kickstart in June. Every graduate should get something to do. And I don't encourage this habit of people borrowing money, selling their plots of land in villages to go to Dubai because of doing funny work. You should stay here. Uganda is the best. That's why we are called the Pearl of Africa. Be patriotic enough that, in fact, every department that has people who audit, the government valuers, the monitors who do monitoring and evaluation should really wake up. Auditor General's office should wake up seriously. Audit different government agencies. So that, and we government employees should also learn to declare our resources or whatever we own publicly, so that people should know that Helen has a house, has a car. Yes. But in short, I'm encouraging every Ugandan to live in their means. I mean, I don't want to compete with Felix because I don't know how long it has taken Felix to reach there. So I should live in my means as me until I work hard and also get there. So I encourage every Ugandan to be hardworking. We should spend less and make more money. We should be creative. We should be job seekers. We shouldn't be people who want every time mpa, mpa, mpa. What have you done for yourself? What have you done for the community? What have you done for contributed to this government? That is what we want our Ugandans to be thinking of. And these people are paid to audit and monitor the different government offices and agencies. When we were doing campaigns, I realized one facility in Busoga area there. It was a government hospital, but it is dilapidated with only one midwife. And then I asked these people of Ministry of Health, do they know that such a hospital exists? I asked the nurse. There's a cow. Actually, I asked the cow, do you know your government, where are your government offices? She said this. Now I asked her, how often do they come here? Nobody goes there, but the hospital is there. Women go there to give birth every day. So many things are happening. One nurse, she's the warden, she's the nurse, she's the midwife, she's everything in the hospital. Surgeon, a doctor, But we have people, the cow in the district. We have the RDCs. We have even people from Ministry of Health who are directly, the director who's supposed to go there monitoring different government hospitals. Every Ugandan should wake up. It's our time to put our hands together, to work for the better of this country, save more and avoid the unnecessary loans. Abantu amabanja gabatuka mu bulago ne beetuga. Ne balwala pressure. It causes depression, unwanted diseases. Even shortens some people's lives because that stressful life of everyday loans. You end up choosing to die. Yet you must be happy if you live a modest life. Thank you very much. We catch up next Monday. Thank you, our moderator. And Happy New Year in advance to every Ugandan.
We are saying Ugandans should adopt a reading culture. There is a lot of information hidden in reading. You viewers, we know very well you hate reading. As much as you don't read, you will not enrich your knowledge. Our dear youth of today, as patriotic Ugandans, we are saying we should forgive each other, unite, love one another, do away with politics. Politics causes more division than uniting people. 2, we are saying we need solutions and way forward. As patriots, you are spectators and also inspectors of this country's performance. At all levels, inspect your government installations because they are yours, and it is your either neighbors, relatives, and friends who benefit from services rendered by this government. As I wind up, I have one request via my commissioner. As we are saying that it is only agriculture that can self-employ people immediately. Mechanized farming. I only have 2 tractors. I want to make a research, a demo, which we are going to run by saying, let's cultivate the whole of Uganda from wherever you are by tractors. I want to task the president, we don't want free things, but we need a guaranteed loan of only 5 tractors. I want to go to the northern, I want to go to the eastern 5, and even the central. We are going to cultivate every day 10 acres by 1 tractor every day, which means we shall be doing 50 acres per day. All food produced in Uganda has market. We want to be practical by showing people, hey, come and enjoy farming. 5 tractors, we shall pay. We don't want free things, because when you give out free things, people will misuse it. Instead of giving out PDM, my opinion is don't give out free money. Let's encourage all of these youth, whether opposition, whether what, let's go into farming with immediate effect, because I'm doing it.
Thank you so much. It's
I've
been a
not
wonderful
asked
evening.
for votes. Nsaba akalulu banna Kampala gaseetonda seegayirira kiyamba gwe okulonda omukulembeze omulungi. Vote serious leaders that have vision, that are not excited. I am here not for NRM, not for noob opposition. I am for everybody. I can assure you I'm the patriotic Ugandan that you all need. I will not segregate. Sigenda kusosola muntu yenna. Tonsange wamma Museveni nga wendi wanenywera kachai no manyira nedda. Munna Uganda ali patriotic, you meet everybody. Tonsanga mba opposition nga mbategeeza okulima nti okaya na sigwe mugaso okuvuma n'okuwemula abantu. No. I am for everybody. Londa busobozi si bibiina nze sigenda kuvuma muntu siyawula tugende tulime n'okutandika leero. Commissioner musabye tractor tuzisasule ku looni nze kennyini tutandike okulima mbalage we mugenda okwenjoyinga n'okuva mu bwavu nga si bya kiyaye si kulimba. It is only agriculture which can employ people immediately even as early as tomorrow. We should hate people seeking for jobs. You did not create them. Why are you asking for jobs? Obanjani omulimu gwetandikirewo tutandika n'enkya kulima. Mwebale nnyo mwebale ddala.
It's been a wonderful evening. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us from wherever you are. Those joining us from abroad, within Uganda, those joining us from their villages, their workplaces, their homes. We thank you. It's been a very beautiful evening, wonderful guests, wonderful discussions. From me, Felix Kayura Safai, until next time, join us next Monday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Enjoy your night. Have a blessed evening.